Okay, so here we have a rosewood tabletop. It looks like a Victorian one. We pulled this out of our store, our container, and as you can see, it hasn't been touched for years. This has got loads of dust and dirt all over it. And we're going to see what our antique gold, how it works, its magic on it, see what it looks like. I think it'll look really well. So we're going to put it, I'm going to put some masking tape across at a 45-degree angle and then apply some Gilboy's gold directly to it, not taking the dust off, not taking anything off it at all, just as this rosewood top is. It's rosewood veneer on mahogany. Here we go. So I'm just going to, just for the purposes of definition, if I get this right, if I get my angle right. Straight over the top, it's a low tack tape. Now it's rosewood, so we've got some rose gold. So this rose gold will just instill a little bit of colour into onto the surface. So this surface is all broken up. You can see it's got dust on it. Some of the polish has actually left the surface, so you've got these white areas where there's no polish at all. When I talk about polish, I mean French polish or whatever the finish that was on here. It's gone. So our wax is going to go over the entire surface. It will nourish these areas hopefully and give them a seal of our wax, and where there is polish, this will refresh it and cover it up as well, so it provides a new finish. So just going to work this rose gold into a paste. I'm using wire wool. I'm just going to dab it around for a minute and start in one area. Go in the direction of the grain. It's quite dry, so I'm going to use quite a bit of polish. I'm not going to over apply. Just dab it into these drier areas. Right, there we go. So we're going to leave that for 20-30 minutes and then we'll come back and buff it off and see what the difference is. Hopefully we should see a clear difference between this old rosewood here that's really faded and now our newly refreshed with rose gold. You can see the difference in the colour quite clearly already, but let's come back in 20-30 minutes time and see what happens when we buff it off. Okay, so here we are. Here's our rosewood top. Waited just over 30 minutes now, and we'll start buffing. Let's see what the rose gold looks like. We'll start in this corner and immediately I can see the difference because it's brought up a shine. Look at that, incredible. So I'm not expecting it to do a complete restoration job to this rosewood top. It is wax polish we've applied to it. Okay, it's a very, very good wax polish, the best, but so there are going to be patches to the top, but as you can see, immediately there's a lovely sheen. And where the polish was still intact, the original finish was still intact, it really has brought it out quite amazingly. As you can see there, if I lift it up, you You can see the difference it's making. As soon as the cloth passes over these areas, it really does come up. Now, I'm not expecting it to work miracles on these stained areas. It's just going to, well, these dry white areas. But the wax will go in, add a little bit of colour and protect it. It will nourish those areas where the polish is missing. And because we've got such high content in our wax, it's almost giving it a new finish. Amazing. So you can see the contrast of one application of rose gold. Just one application. Now you could do this a number of times over a number of days. I'd leave this for maybe 24 hours, also maybe a bit longer. Let this wax go hard and then apply another coat of wax and build up a layers of sort of Gilboy's gold on here with some, the colour would still penetrate into these stained areas or these dry areas. But that's one application, and as you saw, there's the original state of it. And look at that. I'm sure I could spend another 3 or 4 minutes buffing it a bit more and it would come up even more. That's pretty impressive stuff. Yeah, look at that. That's amazing.